I've never really played video pinball before, but if it's anything like regular pinball, then I'm probably gonna suck at it. So this looks like this plays between a weird cross between Breakout and Pong. The ball is a square. Everything is a square in the world of Atari 2600. That's a lot of flat surface beside the flippers.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be playing video pinball for the Atari 2600. So, if you ever grew up in the 70s and you would have liked your very own pinball machine, but it was too costly and you had an Atari 2600, get video pinball instead. It's not the exact same thing, but it's close enough. When I say close enough, I mean like way not close enough. So anyway, let us begin. Okay, so booting this game up for the first time like about 10 minutes ago, I was kind of wondering like, how do I start the game? Then I realized when I pressed up and down, I could see the green thing on the corner there. It looks like I'm guessing this is the launcher or something, or the spring. And yeah, so I was kind of wondering, how do I do this? Maybe if I pull it down, press up. No, that doesn't work. Maybe if I pull it down and press the button. Oh, look at that. We have a pinball game going. Look at those primitive graphics. This was top cutting edge technology back in, I don't know when the Atari 2600 came out. I think it was the late 70s. Oh. Because I remember reading somewhere that Pong machines came out in the early 70s, and I think Atari 2600 came out, I'm guessing, I'm going to say the mid 70s. I haven't really looked it up. Because I know that Atari 2600 is one of the early consoles that came out. Oh, there was ColecoVision, and I'm trying to think of what else. Magnavox Odyssey. Oh, I should get a A+ for remembering some of these console names. Oh, off the top of my head. What else was there? The Vantabox? No, wait, I'm making that up. But anyway, yeah, so there was like a bunch of consoles that were similar to each other in a way. I remember just reading about this stuff and looking at pictures of these old consoles, and some of them were computers. And I know the Commodore 64. I know somebody who said like, yeah, they played the Commodore 64. They were on cassette tapes. You would put it in, load it up, and you had to go and do something for like, he said, for like about an hour or half an hour or something. Come back and find out your game failed to load and you have to do it all over again. I don't know. That was pretty amazing. I didn't think you could store games on cassette tapes. I know like cartridges uses chips and stuff like that. I remember when I was playing the Super Nintendo and I heard about, I think not the first CD based system I heard about was the Panasonic 3DO, and it came out with discs and everything, and I was amazed. I was like, how do they put the game on a CD? You know, it blew my mind. But nothing really blows my mind nowadays. Well, actually, like the last, I was very, very impressed with the PSVR, the PlayStation VR, and playing what was it? Playing some of the games on there just gave me that wow off. Oh man. Okay. But yeah, I was very impressed. I was playing Wipeout. I was playing Wipeout on the PSVR, and it really felt like I was not like I was there, but it felt like I was playing a real advanced arcade game. You know, I could look around and while I was driving and stuff like that. Just I'd love to play PSVR more, but the thing is that the resolution is so low that my eyes begin to feel strained after a while. Whoa, look at this. I'm getting some crazy points here. Okay, so what else? Oh, I almost got all those Crisp-X cereal thing on top there. Okay, I just need to get one more Atari symbol, I think, and something ought to happen. Come on. Bounce around already. There we go. Oh, I was too late for that one. My reflexes were not fast. I wonder if there's a tilt button. No, you can't tilt. I think tilting was not allowed. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Ugh. Okay, so we lost that one. But anyway, I was like, I guess I should like stick to the Atari 2600. I think I mentioned this on a oh man, immediately lost. Okay, let's try that again. I think I mentioned this on a previous episode that I actually have played an Atari 2600 game when I was I seen a system at my cousin's place there. I briefly played it, and I remember finding it to be underwhelming because I was used to the NES, and I was like, oh man, lost. Because I was used to playing Super Mario Brothers, because the NES was already a thing when I was a kid. Oh, okay, that was very fast. Because like the NES was already out and had several titles, like a couple of hundred titles out by the time I started playing video games. Because I remember learning how to play Super Mario Brothers when I was 5 years old, and I remember it being a very difficult experience to learn how to play, because I had to learn how to use the controller and press the buttons without looking down. Nowadays, it's natural for anybody who's been around technology nowadays, and all the kids are just learning how to. Like even little toddlers know how to use a touch screen. Oh, look at that! But I guess it's easier to use a touch screen since you know where your finger is and what you're touching. But when I was a kid learning how to use a NES gamepad, it was a little bit of a challenge, I remember. And I always died on that Goomba on the first stage, and then dying at the first pit, and I had to learn how to run and jump together. Forget about playing Mega Man. Mega Man was real hard, and I never gave it too much attention. Oh. I think I had a few games when I was growing up. I had Super Nintendo. No, I had Mario Brothers 1, Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. Oh, I always cheated with Duck Hunt. I always pressed the barrel right up against the screen to shoot the ducks. And I had Donkey Kong Jr. I've wanted Donkey Kong, but Donkey Kong Jr. was actually fun. It was actually decent fun. Oh, man. One thing I never understood with video pinball, well, with pinball in the arcades, is that sometimes it just felt like it was cheating. Like when there's that gap between the two flippers that you can't reach the ball when the ball goes dead center in between the flippers. Yeah, I used to get real upset when that happened. Oh. Yes, I'm old enough to remember pinball machines were everywhere. But yeah, like pinball machines were like, these noisy machines. Like they used to have like voice clips and music and sound effects playing other than the sounds the machine made itself, like the flippers and everything. Oh, okay. Oh man, I keep on. Okay, there we go. I don't know if. So from the looks of it, it looks like it's only just this one screen, this one table. So yeah, I can see that somebody who would buy this game getting bored with it eventually. I think the only way you can get actual fun out of it is if you try to max out the score, or like write down your highest scores. Oh, well, okay, there we go. I guess it was pretty hard to try have definite proof unless you had a witness there. It's like, yeah, I had like 100,000 plus. People would be going like, yeah, right. Oh, okay. Let's go. Okay, is it gonna come this way? It's not really a ball. I mean, like, I wish the ball was like white. There's a lot of purple going on here. There's only like 3 colors in this whole game. Actually 4 if you count the numbers in the spring. Oh, I guess there's at least a dozen colors, especially with the blinking screen. Well, I think we have enough time for... Actually, I'll just play this last ball here. I think this is my last ball. Whoa. Kind of half-mindedly just forgetting to keep my eye on the ball there. Oh. Okay. Oh. But yeah, like when I was like, I remember pinballs being a dying thing in the arcades in the early 90s. With like arcade games becoming more... Whoa, that's got stuck in the loop there for a second. Because I remember like as arcade games became more advanced, the less people were playing video pinball games. Oh, son of a gun. Okay, I still have one more. I remember seeing my first 3D arcade game, which was Virtua Fighter, and I was thoroughly in awe of it. I was like, wow, it's in 3D, like, I mean, like polygonal and wise, and it was very primitive 3D too. If you ever seen footage of the first Virtua Fighter game, yeah, that was very impressive to me. Oh. Because like we were still playing games like what was it, Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat. I used to think Mortal Kombat was impressive too, because I was like thinking, wow, they're using real people. But no, it was just basically photographs of actors fighting each other. Okay, there we go. Oh. I've never managed to get the ball down on the left side yet. I guess that's a good thing. Oh, never mind. Spoke too early. Well, at least I managed to see that happen before I closed the video. But yeah, so video pinball. That's all there is. Just one screen there. I'm pretty sure that if you got this game back in the day, you know, you probably appreciated what games you were able to play, you know. It's not like today where we have like, I'm gonna guess at least maybe just like hundreds and thousands of games out there. There's just so much to consume. Can't play them all. But anyway, so yeah, this was today's video. I hope you enjoyed video pinball as much as I was able to enjoy it. And we will catch you tomorrow with a different game. So until then, we'll see you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.